So Leute, willkommen zurück zu Let's Play L.A Noir. Nach einem Part voller Fails und so machen wir jetzt einfach weiter und ja.
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
Ich weiß, dass du nichts gehört.
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Vor allem dieses gespielte traurig sein und jetzt auf einmal so ernst gucken, das ist so unlogisch, Mann. So unlogisch, meine Güte, so unlogisch. Und guck mal, wo du so überall hinguckst, ja? Ja, aber wenigstens habe ich meinen Intuitionspunkt zurückbekommen.
You're lying, Miss Galetta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Ja, kann ich.
Your pearl earrings, Miss Galetta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh God, I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another.
Jo, ich brauch Wasser.
Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Anzweifeln, anzweifeln, anzweifeln. Ja, naja, es macht trotzdem Spaß, wenn man seine Zeugen, wenn man seine Zeugen überführen kann. Das ist cool, es macht so Spaß.
Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage hates Jews. A lot of people do. It's not my fault if he has nice things.
How many shots did you hear, Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many. And they were so loud.
Ja, ich würde sagen, sie sagt die Wahrheit, Leute. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, aber doch, ich nehme mal X, also auf die Wahrheit, ne? Ja, ihr seht schon, ich spiele auf PlayStation 3, falls es noch jemandem noch nicht aufgefallen sein sollte, ne?
Need you to concentrate, Miss Galetta. Even minor details can become important later on.
Well, there was one bang. And then another. And then 3 very quickly, close together. 5.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. Been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Ja, also Leute, jetzt ist die Frage wie beim letzten Mal. Muss ich jetzt nochmal zum Dings fahren? Zum Waffenladen fahren? Ich glaube, ich fahre aber lieber mal hin, oder?
That's a couple of blocks from here. Thinking what I'm thinking?
Think what
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Think you what I thinking? Nice. Juwelier oder so. Naja, dann Waffenladen. Erstmal fahren wir dahin. Keine Sirene, das nervt dann nur. We're driving around. Oh mein Gott.
I hope they didn't get our number, Phelps.
Ich bin Polizist und bin auf Einsatz, Mann. Ich darf machen, was ich will. Lass mich durch. Nee, die nervt nur unnötig. Ja, Mann, das ist wie Need for Speed, Mann. Wie Need for Speed. Driven wir hier rum. Jetzt mit Handbremse rein. Um die Ecke gedriftet. Na, okay. Die Musik ist aber auch echt geil. Hier gibt es einen Gun, ein Sporting Goods Store. Hallo, Mr. Eagle.
Officers, what can I do you for?
Officers Phelps and Dunn, sir, Wilshire Division. We need you to trace a serial number.
Sure. What's the make and model?
FN Browning, model 1922. The serial number is 01138.
You don't say. Well, I didn't sell it. Europeans love them, but it's pretty rare you find one over here. Although I did have one in here a couple of weeks back.
Remember the owner?
Yeah. Caillou. Edgar Caillou was his name. Thing looked like he'd never been fired, but he brought it in here for cleaning anyway. Then he bought a box of cartridges and he left.
You know where we can find Mr. Caillou?
Told me he was on his lunch break. Said he worked at Hartfield's jewelry store just up on Broadway.
Thanks for your help.
Thanks for your help. Na okay, also, wir haben jetzt 2 Aussagen und beide führen auf Edgar Caillou hin. Ich würde sagen, die haben dich am Arsch, Junge. Leute, Orte. Juwelier Hartfields. So. Die Musik ist cool. Jo Leute, und wir sind auf dem Broadway. Eine kleine Sightseeing-Tour durch New York und alles wird gut. So. Hartfields, da sind wir ja schon. Mr. Caillou.
Officer, can I interest you in a new watch?
Officer Cole Phelps, are you Edgar Caillou?
No. Mr. Caillou is out back. He said he'd lie down. I'll buzz him for you.
Son of a bitch! Go, Cole, go!
Hurry, officer! He's getting away!
Ich sehe kaum was. Es ist zu dunkel. Bleiben Sie stehen, Mr. Caillou.
Caillou, get back here!
Yeah, get that bomb!
Wait here.
Ja, genau. R2. Ach Mann, bleib stehen, Junge.
Damn lunatic!
Too late, Caillou!
Oh Gott. Ich bin so ein schlechter Polizist.
Someone, please!
One on him from here.
Oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott, oh mein Gott.
Edgar Caillou, you're under arrest for the murder of Everett Gage.
The case that makes you and the case that breaks you. The one you never solve. The one that keeps you awake at night. The case that gnaws at your guts and ruins your marriage. The case that keeps you propping up a bar as you relive the what-ifs, the might-have-beens, the half-leads, and the half-truths. The case that other cops murmur about whenever you walk past. The case you never, ever discuss.
God's mill may grind slowly, but it grinds finely, son. I hear it's you who nabbed our malefactor from the shooting yesterday.
Yes, sir.
Then tell me, Boyle, I hear you're quite the climber, a man of initiative. How would you like a chance at smiting this man with the sword of justice?
You're asking me to conduct the interview, sir?
I am, young Phelps. You've only been with us a short time and you've assembled yourself a stellar arrest record. Not to mention the fine work you did in the war, sending heathens back to the hell they came from. But I'm curious as to whether you can turn your hand to interrogation. Takes a certain animal cunning, lad. Do you think you might be ready for that?
Yes, sir. I think I am.
Good man. You need many things for a conviction, young Phelps. A motive, opportunity, hard evidence, and best of all, a confession. If you fail in the former, you can always use a modicum of violence to obtain the latter. How are you feeling, lad?
Fine, sir.
Very good. The evidence is overwhelming. May the cat eat him and the cat be eaten by the devil.
So. Ja, das habe ich beim ersten Mal, als ich das Spiel das Mal gespielt habe, sowas von
A lawyer
verkackt.
can't help you, Mr. Kalu. You shot a man dead in cold blood. You're going to have to pay for that.
Geht.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
Notizbuch. Möglichst religiöses Motiv. Mordwaffe gewartet. Ja, Lüge.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Ich würde sagen, wir nehmen das oder. Ach,
You got nothing,
Scheiße.
boy chick. You're gonna be laughed right out of court. I've just got to keep my mouth shut and watch you run around in circles. We're done. Unless you want to keep making a schmuck of yourself.
Okay, ja, ich habe schon wieder verkackt, aber. Okay, wir machen es einfach gleich nochmal.
Has my lawyer arrived?
Okay, so. Streit mit Gage.
You followed Everett Gage and the girl back to the shoe store. You put 5 rounds in Gage's back.
Gage was a bastard. Whatever he got what was coming. But it had nothing to do with me.
So. Dann gucke ich mal weiter. Dann gucke ich mir nochmal meine Notizen an und ja. Also, was auch immer passiert ist, ich habe nichts damit zu tun. Mögliches religiöses Verbrechen. Aber die Mordwaffe. Pigman, oh Gott. Schießerei. Aber ich habe nichts, was. Doch, natürlich.
You shot Gage, and we know why. We can put you at the scene.
You can't prove anything.
Natürlich. So, jetzt aber. Verdächtig wird.
We
Richtig.
know all about the argument. Miss Galetta made a statement.
You're counting on the girl? You think her testimony is gonna stand up in court?
You're going to the gas chamber, Edgar.
That Jew-hating fuck couldn't leave me alone. I had a sale. That girl was ready to buy.
Let's change the subject. You fasting for Yom Kippur, Mr. Kalu?
Yeah, let's change the subject, you going motherfucker. How about baseball?
You're not denying you're a Jew, Mr. Kalu.
This is America. It's not Germany. It's not a crime.
Some people don't like Jews, Mr. Kalu.
Yeah, and I guess you're one of them.
Gage hated Jews, didn't he, Mr. Kalu?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Da muss ich doch gleich mal gucken. Mögliches Motiv ist. Leute, ich sehe gerade die Zeit. Ich muss aufhören. Wir sehen uns beim nächsten Mal. Ciao.